Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about module 2, which is selection of motors power rating. Uh, in this we will discuss the thermal modeling of motor, and we will see how the temperature rise of the motor is going to occur. uh, Power rating of the motor should be selected properly. Okay, so what happens if the rating of the motor is not selected properly? So if we consider some application and it requires a motor which should be of proper rating, assume that instead of using a proper rating of the motor, we have selected a motor which is below rated. Okay, so under rated motor if you choose for an applications, then this is going to give trouble repeatedly, continuously. It is going to overload, machine is going to overload, and because of that problem it is going to trip if a protection circuit is provided. Otherwise, because of that overloading of the machine, temperature rise will increase, and that is going to damage the insulations and the motor. In the similar way, instead of using a proper rating, if we choose a motor which is having higher rating than the required, then what happens? Then it is going to cost a higher initial cost, and since the motor is operating uh, below the rated value, its efficiency will be less. As well as, you know that induction motors and synchronous motors, when operated below the rated value, they are going to have a very less power factor. Okay, so this is a one disadvantage of using a rating of the motor lesser than the required one. Okay, so next, when the motor operates, heat is produced. Initially, when the motor is switched off, the temperature of the motor will be equal to the ambient temperature. Okay, so as the motor starts, its temperature is going to increase because of the various losses in the motor, that is mainly eddy current loss and iron losses. Eddy current losses and hysteresis loss, which are together called as a iron losses, and there are other copper losses, they are called as I square R losses. Because of these losses, the temperature rise of the temperature of the motor is going to increase. Okay, next, some of the heat produced flows out of surrounding mediums. So this heat is getting produced here, but the ambient temperature, whatever the surrounding we consider, its temperature is not going to rise, because it is a huge system. So because of that, the temperature of our machine is increasing, and because of that, some amount of heat generated in the machine is going to flow out to the surrounding medium. Okay, so equilibrium point is reached when heat flows becomes equal to the heat generated. At a certain value, the amount of this uh, heat flowing to the ambient will be proportional to the temperature difference between the two things. So that is ambient temperature and the machine's temperature. At certain value, at certain time, the amount of temperature, the amount of heat flowing to the ambient becomes equal to the amount of heat being generated in the machine. Okay, so then we say that the equilibrium point is reached, and then motor temperature becomes becomes constant, steady, and that value is, that temperature is called as a steady state temperature of the machine. Okay, and the steady state temperature of this machine depends upon the rating of the machine. Okay, steady state temperature is more in the windings than other parts. So if the motor is operating, and the various parts of the motor are going to have different temperatures, all the parts will not have the same temperature. So if you consider in the motor, the windings will have a more temperature because they will be embedded inside. Okay, and they will not be exposed to the air more compared to the outer surface, that is core, yoke. Compared to yoke, they will be inside. Because of that, the heat generation will be more there, and they will be wrapped in a insulating material. Because of that, they are going to generate more amount of heat, and because of that, the temperature of the winding will be more compared to other parts. Okay, so when the temperature increases, what happens? The main problem is with the insulating materials. When the temperature rises, the dielectric strength of insulation is going to degrade, and that is going to cause a short circuit. Okay, the various insulating materials used in machines are listed here. So there are various classifications of insulation used, and depending upon its temperature we will use these materials. Okay, so there is a lambda, and it is going to operate up to 90 degrees Celsius. Similarly, A is there, which is going to operate till 105 degrees, and similarly there are B, F, H and C. C is having a very high operating temperature, and it is having a temperature above 180 degrees. Okay, for loads which operate at constant power and speed, determination of the motor power rating is simple and straightforward. Okay, so if we assume a motor and it is running at a constant speed and it is consuming constant power, then its rating can be easily selected, and it is a straightforward process. But most of the motors are going to operate at a variable speed as well as variable power. Okay, so in this module we are going to discuss about these things. We are going to discuss the thermal model of the machines, and we will derive a equation for the temperature rise of the machine, on which parameters this temperature rise is going to depend. That equation we are going to derive here. Similarly, we will classify different types of motors here. Motors depending upon the load variation with respect to time. Okay, and this is called as a classes of duty of motors. Okay, so there are classes like S1, S2, S3, like that motor classification is there. We will discuss about these things, and and another thing we are going to discuss about how to calculate the rating of this machine for these kinds of various classes. Okay, so we will discuss about the thermal modeling in the next class. Thank you. If any queries are there, contact me.